Would like to welcome everyone back to the Ken Patterson Infield Media Center here at the Talladega Superspeedway for the 7th Annual Talladega County Coaches Association High School Football Media Day. Next up, we have the Fayetteville High School Wolves with head coach John Limbaugh. Representing the Wolves today, we have Zach Roberts, Blake Matchin, and Rhett Hayes. The Wolves will open the season at Woodland on August the 24th.
John, I'm going to ask you because I absolutely have learned that you guys have bought the instant replay system to put into your stadium. Would you explain or go through with us why you guys have done it? Well, obviously, you think it's the idea of having instant replay in Alabama is a good thing, but please go through your philosophy of why you did what you did.
Well, it was a hallelujah moment for me when I heard they were going to do it in high school sports. I want that stuff to be right. Now, everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. I hadn't always made the right call from the sidelines. We try to get it right all the time. But I feel like, in fairness to our kids and all the kids on the field, that needs to be right. And, we're not a school with a lot of money by any means at all. We have to get out and earn it and work for it and fundraise and everything else like all our other 2A schools and so forth have to do. But we got out, and I heard somebody saying in passing a while ago, it will have a signature on it from our sponsor that's getting that for us, Farm Links. So absolutely, they're doing that for us. They'll have their tag on it, but we're getting a fixed slot camera soon. It's on its way, so we'll get that in, and hopefully we'll be able to get this always right. We'll see.
Do you feel like trailblazers? I mean, because I would think now, with 3 teams left to visit with us, that you're the only ones that.
Well, Felt was all about setting the standard. So, if we're blazing that trail, so be it. There's some instances like in baseball. I don't like the instant replay in baseball. I kind of feel it takes away from that sport. I've coached a lot of baseball, but in football, it's the hardest sport to be played. It's it's competition and everything, but to me, it's the most competitive, most physical sport, and the greatest sport that's out there. And you want those kids that are laying it on the line every game. You want that call to be correct. Could it go against us? Of course, but that's life, So we're excited about it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Coach Limbaugh, last year obviously was not the highlight of Fayetteville football.
To say the least.
You started out with that I think it was 37 win, and then closed the season with 9 straight losses.
Yes.
That's got to be tough to go through. Just talk about that whole process last year, especially with the region the way it was, and now what the region currently is.
Well, last year, I believe in a lot of respects is an aberration. We got close last year, but close doesn't count. But like I told our kids, there's a lot of ways that you define success. Success doesn't always mean winning every ball game. That's nice. That's why we're in it. But success can also be the kind of character that we're developing in the kids on our program. Great kids, great school, great administration. So I'm very excited about Fayetteville as a school, Fayetteville as a community, Fayetteville as a family. So in that respect, last year we had a lot of success. But did we own the field of play with the win-loss column? No, absolutely not. We were not satisfied with that. We've won a championship. We want to get back to that. That's our goal this year is the playoffs. So I think there's a couple of good things that we learned from last year. One, we never want it to happen again. But two, how bad it hurts. I didn't sleep hardly any last year. I had a lot of sleepless, restless nights, and a lot of times getting in at 3 and 4 in the morning after watching tape. When you're so close and you see things that could happen that don't materialize, it hurts. But our team did learn from that. We're going to grow from that. And one thing about it, we can't get anything but better.
Last season also, y'all went to a new quarterback after several years of having Bailey DeLoach
right
around all over the place behind the line. Last year was Blake Matchin's first start, and obviously he had to take his lumps, go through growing pains. Just talk about what he learned, or how much he's improved since then.
Well, Blake's improved tremendously. Now he was playing against the best teams in 2A football last year, in my opinion. I think it was the hardest 2A football schedule in the state of Alabama last year. And his first year quarterback, that's who he was playing against. So when you're playing against Lannett's and the Fayetteville's and the real towns of the world, right out of the gate your first year under center. It's a tough, road to hoe. So, but he did it. I think he did a good job, learned a lot. This year has been tremendous. He's done quite well in 707s all summer long. We're very excited about him and backup quarterback, John Dalton Pate. He can step right in there and do it as well. But we're very excited about what Blake brings to the table, the leadership, the character. So we're excited about it.
How did the summer go this year, like as far as, off-season program workouts and building up to the season?
Let me tell you about our summer. A lot of coaches had to beg their kids to come to workouts. A lot of coaches have to get in the cars and go get them because mom and daddy won't bring them. I haven't had to say one word to any of our kids all summer. They've all been there. These guys are hungry. These guys want it. I'm proud to be their football coach and proud of the way they're leading. But these guys are always in the weight room. All our kids have made their 21 workouts. They've all been there doing what they're supposed to do. They're getting stronger. I mean, look at them. I mean, you can look at them at this table and say they've been working just by taking a glance at them. So I'm very excited about it. And summer's been great. The first thing, we kicked off summer by going to Fort McClellan to the boot camp. So these guys could probably tell you more about that, but that's an experience in itself. But there they learn leadership and just watch these guys on the ropes course. They were doing some things that this 52-year-old guy's not going to get up there and do, but they did it quite well, and they were extraordinary. We've gone to some 707s this year, went to Sanford, competed very well there, won some games there. We were just recently at the FCA camp at Chillersburg, where our kids, I thought, performed well in 4 out of 5 games. We let an egg one game, but that's a learning process as well. We went to Victory Christian, had some work there. So we've had our times this summer, and we've been working at the schoolhouse. So we're excited about what our kids have accomplished.
I'm trying to remember which one of those 2 big-time schools in the region is out of it now.
Lynette.
I know y'all probably glad to see it go.
No lost love there. Those guys won the state, so we played against the state champion. We played a tough game. Now, the year before, we gave them all they wanted. We really did. We were a hair's breadth away from winning that ball game the year before. But last year was a tough game for us. But these guys have gone down to 1A, if you didn't know that. So, congratulations to them on going back down to 1A. They'll probably win that too.
Now, you mentioned the boot camp. I think a coach last year used that to players that's up to Fort McClellan for like a team building experience.
Coach Darby did. Talladega.
They experienced some success for the first time in 20-something years.
Yes.
Talk about how much do you think they got out of going to there?
Well, it's a tremendous thing. The thing about it, the Army doesn't play. They just don't. And when they give you an order, they expect that to be accomplished. But these guys learn how to work together as a team. I took another one of our teams when they first started this program years ago. We came back and went to the playoffs. These guys learn a lot about teamwork, togetherness, and when we talk about family at Fayetteville, we're not just talking. That's really what it is. We really are a family there, and these guys have got to learn. Our whole mantra this year is "Together we can." So they've got to learn that together we can, and we can accomplish great things.
Well, you've already talked a little bit about Blake. Would you mind telling us a little bit about Rhett Hayes and Zach Roberts and what they bring to the program?
Well, these 2 guys bring so much to our program in leadership. They're seniors this year. This year we've got 5 seniors, and I go to battle with all 5 of our seniors. Great group of kids, great guys. This one plays defensive end and tight end for us. The thing about Zach, he's got a great set of hands, and Zach is blessed with great hands. He can catch a football. We've come to see that and understand that, and we're even going to use him in our spread set. You take a guy this big, most of the time you sit him on the bench, let him be your blocking guy, throw him the ball every once in a while to keep the defense honest. We're going to put this guy on the field even in our spread set because he's got such good hands, runs a good route. So we're very excited about him. This is one of our guys on our football team I think you'll see playing somewhere at the next level as long as he keeps his attitude where it is now, because he's got a great attitude, a great work ethic. As long as he keeps doing that, he'll be just fine. We'll see him playing more in the future. And Rhett Hayes, great individual. Rhett's been to FCA camp this year, and I had great reports. You don't even know that. Great reports on him at the FCA camp and things like that. But Rhett gives you all that he's got every practice, and every time he steps in the weight room, he's one of our weight room leaders. Of course, both of these guys are, all 3 of them. You take a look at them and tell that. but Rhett really gets them going in the weight room. He's exciting to watch on the field of play. So looking for great things out of these two.
Just last year, you had Cody Pate and Cody Terrell, who were two pieces of the team that were probably key, the big key players. They're now gone. Who's replacing them in that?
Well, the thing about it, you lose players every year. I mean, we're used to that. We've had some really good ball players at Fayetteville through the years that I've been there, and we lose them, but we come back the next year with these guys. Cody Pate was a heck of a ball player for us. I love him to death, great kid. Connor Hendricks went to play college football in Kentucky. Cole Terrell's going to be our first 1A player at Jack State. He's going to be number 67. Excited about what he's going to accomplish there. But we've got guys stepping into their roles. And, as far as certain individuals who step into that role, we look at some of our seniors we have on our team in the backfield. We're going to have Darian Cook. And he's also one of our linebackers. So he's stepping into a greater role. He's very quick, very fast. We're excited about him. Another one that stepped up in the play is Luke White. He's playing corner for us. I really like what Luke brings to the table. He's going to get some time at running back as well. He's quick as a cat. So we're looking forward to seeing what Luke White can do back there. So we got some great additions to our program this year. And guys have really stepped it up a notch. We got two kids that are brothers, Brady and Blake Ritchie. They're doing great things for us, and we're excited about it.
We'll start with Zach with player questions. I know you also play baseball, right?
Yes, sir.
Just kind of talk about your being able to play multiple sports and stay in shape and be ready for the fall coming up, and what you're hoping to accomplish as part of the season.
Well, it gets hard sometimes because you got to maintain the balance of school, baseball, and straight to football. Most of the times when after baseball ends, you go straight to football. And it's all mental. If you get mentally weak, that means you start dropping, your grades start dropping, your body gets less physique. But it's all mental. You got to keep your grades up. You got to make sure you stay working out, stay running, keep working hard for what you want. And like Coach Limbaugh said, our goal is to make the playoffs this year. Having made the playoffs a couple years ago, we want to get back to the days. We want to get back to that glory.
And Blake, kind of talk about the or just lead me through last season and the ups and downs and the struggle of being your first year as a starting quarterback, and what you learned from that experience and how you're going to be better this year.
Well, I had a really rough year last year. I was nervous, playing big teams like Lynette, Lafayette, Reeltown, stuff like that. But I've had a lot of ups and downs. I finished 1-9 last year, and when we got to summer, I was determined. I was like, hey, I'm gonna work out, get be really good next year, get my arm stronger, be more read the field better, and make smart plays. And going to that boot camp this year, really my team lifted me up. Being a leader, we all come into one for one goal, and that's the playoffs. So.
And Rhett, talk about being that workout leader, making sure these guys are motivated, and just how big of a presence is that for the programs? I mean, like Coach Limbaugh said, you can tell y'all been hitting those weights.
Yes, sir, very much so. Well, you just got to be the guy that will get up and get it every single morning. Whenever some mornings someone's not, I don't want to say in the mood to work out, but you get up at 6:30 in the morning to work out. It's not always the funnest thing, but you got to do it. That's how you get better at football. Every single day you can, you got to push yourself harder and harder every time. And at the end of the day, when you have nothing left in your body, when you're weak and broken, you gave everything you had. So,
Zach, going through that 1-9 season, how much of a motivator is that for the team? Because like Coach Limbaugh said, y'all are hungry and want to get out there and kind of show that season was an aberration. Just talk about going through that 1-9 season, and I mean, as the season builds, I'm sure you probably experience frustration and stuff. Just walk me through that.
Oh yeah, it's very frustrating. Like Coach Limbaugh said, you watch film and you see those times where somebody could have made that big play, somebody could have made that block and opened the game wide open for us. It was very frustrating last year. I mean, obviously you can tell going 1-9. I mean, it's not fun. It's not fun for the team, the community, anybody that's around Fayetteville football. But I think it really hit the team at Fort McClellan because that's really what they pushed at us on. About they kept telling us, you want to go 1-9 again, and you don't want to make y'all's goal. And I think that really encouraged the team to, hey, let's get it together, let's work for our common goal, and let's do it.
Well, that wraps it up for the Fayetteville High School Wolves at the 7th Annual Talladega County Coaches Association High School Football Media Day. We want to thank Coach Limbaugh and his players that are here today and wish them luck this season. Up next, the Talladega County High School, Talladega County Central High School Fighting Tigers and Coach Chris Mahan.